Hi there folks, welcome back to my channel, and for this video I've come back to the town of Falkland, which is in Fife, and I know I've been here a couple of times before. I think the first time I was here I went for a wander around the town itself, and the second time I was here I went up to the Falkland estate, which is at the other end of the town. But for this video I'm going to be visiting Falkland Palace, which is, from what I've seen online, is an utterly stunning building. Has been used for a filming location as well. I think it's been used in Outlander and some other things. So definitely somewhere to come and pay a visit to. I don't think I'll actually be able to film inside the building itself, but I know I will be able to film in the grounds outside. But again, it's still a stunning place to come and visit and explore. So much history, and from what I've read online, it does have the oldest tennis court in the world, and it's at least the oldest in the UK. And the palace itself has connections to the Stuarts, so like Mary Queen of Scots, James VI as well. So a lot of historical connections to this one building. And yeah, so it's my first time visiting the palace, so this will be fun. And where I've parked in the public car park around the back of the Bruce Hotel, which is where I've parked in my first visit here. So this is where the public library is. So that could be a good choice if you're coming in your car, leave your car in the car park around the back of the Bruce and walk into the centre and then get yourself to the palace. So I'm going to grab my things and head out in a minute. Before I do so, if you're enjoying my channel, if you're enjoying my videos, if you can click on the subscribe button, click on that notification bell, leave some likes, leave some comments, it's always really appreciated. And if you'd like to support the channel further, I will post a link to the channel's coffee.com page, the channel's TikTok account and the PayPal account in the description bar below and in a pinned comment in the comments section. So with that out of the road, I'm going to grab my things and head over to the palace. So that's the famous cross up there. So that's where the go-to Jamie Fraser's supposed to stand. And the palace is right there. So you go in through the gate just there, just at the lamppost, and go through the gatehouse. That'll take you inside. As this is hulking behemoth. And you will see it's got the Royal Standard of Scotland up there. And right the one in the middle. So that's me being in part of the palace so far. I've now come out onto the East Range, which I'm guessing used to be inside the building, because you can see that there's good windows. You can see one behind me right there. But this bit is obviously fallen into ruin and is now being left without a roof. But from what I've seen of the inside of the palace so far, it's absolutely stunning. And you get to see like the Royal Chapel, you get to see some of the rooms in there, and you find out that it was after Oliver Cromwell barracked here with some of his men. They left to go to Perth, but left a fire burning, and that caused damage to the royal apartments. Because of that, after the Windsors, or the royal family, I'm about to call them the Windsors, that's the wrong royal family at that time, when the royal family, or I think it's been in Charles II, took the throne, they didn't come back to Falkland, and the palace itself was left to fall into quite a ruinous state. And it was in the 1880s that the Marquess of Bute, I think it was the third Marquess of Bute, and I think it was the one who had Mount Stewart on Bute built, also took over Falkland Palace and massively restored a lot of the building, and they still have the title of keeper of Falkland Palace. and I think it's Ninian Crichton Stewart currently is the keeper of Falkland Palace, and he actually still has apartments here in the palace itself. And yes, I think that was just stunning that with the Crichton Stewarts, they were building Mount Stewart. They also did a lot of work on Cardiff Castle. They did a lot of work on another castle in Wales as well, and then they were also restoring here. So it's good to know that even though Marquess of Bute was seen as being the richest man in the UK, or at least in Scotland, he was actually putting a lot of his money back into massive projects like that, and essentially giving a lot of people a hell of a lot of work. Despite that, I'm going to keep exploring and try to show you more of the palace as I go around. So that will be the grounds. So this is the East Range. That door there leads into the King's Room and the Queen's Room. So I'm guessing that this would have been part of the royal apartments at some point. And you can see out to the hills. Yeah, so the tall windows where the carved stone heads are, the busts. I'm guessing those are the windows into the Royal Chapel, which itself is a stunning part of the building. Yeah, that's the ruined range I was on previously. And this tower here, this is one of the ones that was affected by the fire and had to be rebuilt by the third Marquess of Bute. And you can see that there is a change in the stonework. You can see at the bottom, this bit here is a lot darker than the stonework that's above it, which very much suggests at the stone at the bottom being a lot older. But I think when the Marquess of Bute did rebuild that tower, he tried to reuse as much of the original stonework as he could. This is part of the garden. Yeah, so if you do have an interest in the Stewarts, the Royal Stewarts, definitely come along to Falkland Palace, because again, it was pretty much the Stewarts that had this place built. I think Mary of Guise, who is the mother of Mary Queen of Scots, was one of the ones who was pretty much a driving force behind having Falkland Palace built. It's pretty much James V, I'm sure it was to have a very European palace. He's seen a lot of the palaces over in Europe and wanted to have something similar, so we decided to have this built. And with a lot of the work that the Marquess of Bute has done, or the Crichton Stewart family has done over the years, they very much have retained that feel about the palace. So definitely an interesting place to come and visit. So I'm going to have a wee explore of the gardens and try and see what I can show you. Yeah, I think this is a wee sundial. Yeah, again, with this being March, things are only starting to bloom. So it's not quite what it would be during the height of summer. But it's a lovely place to come and have a wander. Yeah, I've found where the royal tennis courts are. I was talking to a member of the staff in the palace, And they were saying that, yeah, there are other places that claim to have older tennis courts, but the tennis court here is the oldest that is still in use, because they actually still play here at the tennis court here at Falkland. So it's just down through this little door here. This is me just walking in. And the court is actually just through that net there. So just careful with some steps here as well. So that's the tennis court there. Again, it's very much quite different from the tennis that a lot of people play today. I think the tennis that is being played on a court like this, the elements of squash, if I remember correctly. If anybody knows any more, they can let me know in the comments. But here's some more information as well. Don't know why it's blurring on this bit. Yeah, it's cleared up a wee bit. You can actually see the last wee bit of what's written here. Well, that's it back from a visit to Falkland Palace, and all I can say is the place is stunning. And yeah, a lot of it you would look at it and not realise that it was restoration from the 1800s, the late 1800s. It's like the Crichton Stewarts, when they took over the place, certainly did an amazing job on bringing that back from the ruinous state that it was in when they originally took it over. And the fact that the place has like so much history, has connections to the Royal Stewarts, that has connections to Oliver Cromwell, to the War of the Three Kingdoms. Yeah, it's like so much history in one building. So it's definitely worth going and visiting and exploring and just learning about the place. The staff who are in the building, who are like telling the visitors about the history of the place, are definitely really know their stuff. They're really knowledgeable, really helpful, really friendly. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend it if you are coming to visit Scotland, if you are wanting to have maybe to visit somewhere a wee bit off the beaten track that might not be somewhere that you may have thought before. Definitely get yourself to Falkland Palace. It's such a stunning place, such an historical, beautiful building, and yeah, I am really grateful and really happy that I managed to pay the palace a visit. I would recommend it to so many different people. So hopefully you'll have found Falkland Palace intriguing and interesting. Hopefully you'll have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.